At this time, we'll call for our invocation, Mr. City Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. At this time, Commissioner Sanders will call for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Could I have Commissioner Simmons do the invocation, please?
Let us stand.
Let us bow our heads. Our most gracious and eternal Heavenly Father, on this day, Lord, that you have made, we bow our heads in total submission to you. And we bow our heads in honor to you. And we love you today, Lord, because you submitted your life that we might live. And Father, we invite your presence into this meeting, Lord, that everything we do be pleasing in your sight. We ask, Father, that you will bless the mayor and the commission, the staff of the city of Waycross, and the residents of the city of Waycross. Bless those in attendance today, Lord, that our lives, Lord, will glorify you. For these things we ask in Jesus' holy name. Amen.
Amen.
Let's go to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We want to thank our Commissioner Sean Sanders for calling for our Commissioner William Simmons to do our invocation and our pledge. Madam Clerk, do we have any guests tonight?
No, sir, Mr. Mayor, we don't.
Okay. With that, I'm going to ask that the commission make a motion toward not reading the decorum when there are no guests to be had. If there is a motion, I'll receive it.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
We have a motion from our Commissioner Nelson, a second from our Commissioner Simmons. All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. That is approved. At this time, we need you to look at your agenda, and then we'll receive a motion to move forward. If all is well with you, what is your pleasure?
Move for approval, Mr. Mayor.
We have a
Second.
motion from our Commissioner William Simmons and a second from our Commissioner Roberts. With that being said, we'll move into voting. All in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. Agenda passes. Madam Clerk, I understand we have no public remarks on official actions based on your comment.
Correct.
With that being said, we'll move to our executive duties, and we call for both our Employee of the Month and then afterwards our Employee of the Year for 2025.
Mr. Mayor, Commission, I'm proud to announce the City of Waycross Employee of the Month, Officer Takira Bledsoe. Officer Bledsoe began her employment with the Waycross Police Department in June 2021, and since that time, she has consistently demonstrated leadership by example. She embodies everything we ask our officers to be and truly defines professionalism in her daily interactions with both the public and her fellow officers. Officer Bledsoe is known for her strong work ethic, sound judgment, and calm demeanor in high-pressure situations. Her ability to communicate effectively and show compassion while maintaining officer safety has made her a valuable asset to the department. These qualities, along with her commitment to ongoing training and professional development, led to her selection for assignment to the police department's crisis negotiations team. Officer Bledsoe's dedication to service reflects positively on the Waycross Police Department and the city of Waycross as a whole. She sets a high standard for excellence and serves as a role model to her peers. It is because of her consistent performance, integrity, and commitment to our community that she is deserving of this recognition. Officer Bledsoe.
Let's commend. Well, I know they're going to ask us to get in the center. So I'm going to move over just a little bit. And I want to make sure that you are in the light so they can see that you are a shining light in our community. And I want to make sure that you note this, that we are very pleased and proud for what you've done. So for the Employee of the Month, January 2026, Kara Bledsoe,
Yes, sir.
we're giving you this outstanding performance
Thank you.
And along with that, there's a little remuneration. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And they want a good picture of you, so they told everybody to get tight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
I am proud to announce the City of Waycross Employee of the Year, Detective Mark Horn. Detective Horn, an Army veteran, began his employment with the Waycross Police Department in December of 2019. After a brief departure, he returned to the department in September of 2023, where he was assigned to the Uniform Patrol Section. Shortly thereafter, he was selected to serve on the SWAT team and as a field training officer, roles that reflect his high-level competence, leadership, and reliability. Detective Horn's demonstrated abilities and commitment to excellence led to his assignment to the Special Operations Section. His greatest attribute is his exceptional ability to perform under the most extreme and stressful situations, remaining focused, decisive, and effective when it matters most. This quality was clearly demonstrated on May 7, 2025, when Detective Horn, along with other officers from the PD, responded to a critical incident involving an overturned patrol vehicle submerged in water. Through swift and coordinated action, they were able to rescue Trooper Justin Jones from a submerged vehicle. Following the rescue, Detective Horn immediately rendered life-saving CPR, actions that directly contributed to saving Trooper Jones's life. For his heroic efforts, Detective Horn was awarded the Lifesaver Award. Detective Horn's service, courage, and dedication reflect the high standards of the Waycross Police Department and the City of Waycross. His professionalism, selfishness, and unwavering commitment to the safety of others make him highly deserving of the honor of Employee of the Year. Detective Horn.
Detective Horn, we're going to do this again. And when I say do it again, it was kind of wonderful to stand with you with the governor and to see God bless you real good. So at this time, I want to give you what our chief has just read off. He said, the Employee of the Year. This is for you, Mr. Mark Horn, in honor of outstanding performance throughout the entire year and for life-saving abilities. Would you take this? And along with this, I want to give you a little remuneration and say thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, John. Thanks. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. At this time, we're going to move to our committees, boards, agencies, and authorities and appointments there. At this time, I will open the floor for the election of our Mayor Pro Tem. And let me clarify what that job is. The Mayor Pro Tem's job would be that of running the meetings when I am not present. And that means that at given points, there may be a call for me to be at another location, either speaking or working. But in that case, we need someone who will be able to serve in that capacity. So what a Mayor Pro Tem is a vice mayor. It's like the vice president. So this person will serve in my place when I'm not present. So I think I've said it 3 different ways. I think it might have crossed somewhere the right way. With that being said, I entertain a motion, or at least a nomination for Mayor Pro Tem.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor, I would like to nominate Mr. William Simmons, Commissioner Simmons.
A second.
We have a motion from our Commissioner Roberts to make our Commissioner Simmons, our Vice Mayor, or our Mayor Pro Tem. We have a second from our Commissioner Sanders. Any discussion on the said name?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. I think that's the obvious choice and the right choice with all of his years of wisdom, having served before. That's all, Mr. Mayor.
Very good, and thank you. Any further comments? If not, we'll move into voting. All in favor, raise your right hand. At this point, you didn't raise your hand only because you can't vote for yourself. But with that, I'll go ahead and make the other appeal. Those opposed, raise your left hand. No raising of hands. With the unanimous vote, we commend and we congratulate Mr. William D. Simmons. At this time, we move into the motions of the pronouncements of city officers. Our city attorney, Cheslin Green, Assistant City Attorney, Huey Spearman, our official organ, Waycross Journal Herald, and I believe there was a comment yesterday regarding additional. City Depository, Ameris Bank, Waycross Bank and Trust, City Auditor, Malden and Jenkins CPAs, City Engineer, ESG Engineering, Municipal Court Judge, Judge Douglas W. Gibson, Municipal Court Judge Pro Tem, Adrian Gibson, Insurance Agents, Gallagher, 5 Points, Oak Bridge Insurance Company, Cigna Health, Anthem Vision, New York Life, and AD&D Gallagher Insurance, Travelers Liability and Workers' Comp. City Election Superintendent, Mr. Carlos Nelson, Ware County Board of Elections and Registration. With that, I'll entertain a motion.
Move for approval, Mr. Mayor.
We have a motion for approval.
I'll second.
We have a second. The first motion was given by Commissioner Nelson, and our Vice Mayor gave us our second. Any discussion on this list of city officers? Hearing none, we'll move into voting. All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, left hand. It is unanimous, and every officer has been approved. Congratulations. At this time, we move to our appointments to executive positions. They're generally recommended by the mayor and confirmed by the commission, but what I have done, I have asked that the commissioners, and I've given each one of them an individual one that they might be able to share a name with me, and I will call that particular board, and then they will say that name that they're suggesting, and then we'll take a vote at the end. Downtown Waycross Development Authority. If you notice anything on the program or on your agenda, this docket tonight gives you a little bit of information just for educational purposes. The mayor and the city manager are generally the automatic appointees to the Southern Regional or Southern Georgia Regional Commission, the Waycross Ware Development Authority, the Transportation Planning Coordinating Committee and Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Downtown Waycross Development Authority. So in the case of the Downtown Waycross Development Authority, that's our mayor. The Library Board of Trustees, I've asked Mr. William Simmons to serve on that board, and he has agreed. The Waycross Convention and Visitors Bureau, Ms. Eunice Dixon has requested reappointment. The Southern Georgia Regional Commission will be Mayor James. Transportation Planning Coordinating Committee, I've requested that our city manager will serve in that capacity. Ware County Board of Health, our mayor will serve in that capacity. The Waycross Ware County Development Authority, our mayor will serve in that capacity. Waycross Ware County Chamber of Commerce, our mayor will serve in that capacity. Waycross Housing Authority. I've opened the floor for that. And Commissioner, what name did you provide? And this is for Waycross Housing Authority.
Mr. Mayor, I believe there was 2 names,
There were 2 names,
and those names are
okay? The names were Shanita Bennett and Larry Lockey. With those names provided, I'll put them there, and you get to choose one of the 2. Is there a nomination between the 2 names?
Mr. Mayor, I nominate Mr. Larry Lockey.
Mr. Larry Lockey,
second.
we have a second for that. And we'll hold the vote for these, but we put Mr. Lockey out there. And this is just for consenting to leave him on the agenda. With that being said, how many of you consent? District 1, do you consent?
Yes, sir.
District 3, do you consent?
Yes, sir.
District 4, do you consent?
Yes, sir.
And District 5, it was your motion. Right?
I second.
So we'll have Mr. Larry Lockey on for the Waycross Housing Authority. Waycross Ware County Land Bank Authority, Post 2. District 2, did you have a name?
No, sir, not this time, but I will. Go
Okay.
back with you.
Yes, sir. Post 4,
Yes, Edward Johnson.
Edward Johnson. Thank you, Commissioner. Waycross Board of Zoning Appeals, Post 1, Joe Ramsey has requested reappointment for Post 2. District 2, did you have anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. Post 5, did you have anyone?
I've yet to find someone.
Okay. Post 6, Commissioner Sanders, did you have anyone?
Kim Cone.
Kim Cone. For the Waycross Ware Planning Commission, Post 1. Waycross Ware Planning, did you have anyone for Waycross Planning? I think I did put down a name, did I not?
Yes.
The name, I believe, is Miss Yvonne Green Perry. And for Post 2, did we have someone?
Yes. Horace Taylor, sir.
Horace Taylor. For our point M, we have, each person has the right to give 2 names for the Ethics Commission. And we'll start with District 1. Did you have 2 names?
Yes, sir. Excuse me. Miss O.C. Andrews and also Miss Connie Kirkland.
Miss O.C. Andrews and Miss Connie Kirkland.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In District 2, you said you have names later.
Yes, sir.
Okay. District 3, did you have any names for your ethics?
Yes. Mr. Charles Johnson Sr. and
Charles
Dr. Yolanda Rivers.
Mr. Charles Johnson Sr. and Dr. Yolanda Rivers. For District 4, did you have 2 names?
Yes, Philip Walker and Angie Coleman.
Philip Walker and Angie Coleman. And District 5, did you have any names?
Yes, sir. Lorraine Regulus and Bishop Albert Bussey.
Lorraine Regulus
Yes.
and Bishop Dr. Albert Bussey. me, I have a gentleman who is with the CSX Railroad, and he's a fourth generation railroad employee, and he's been on the board of the Valdosta State University as well as various other groups, but he serves in various capacities with CSX and has been there well over 20 years. And my nominee is Mr. Rashard D. Howard. Along with him, I have Miss Felicia Leggett. Okay. Before we get into the pension committee, we'll go ahead and with the names that we do have, we'll go ahead and take a vote on the names that are here and leave those other spaces open. Okay. And then as the names come in, we'll take a vote on those at a later time. With that being said, I entertain a motion to receive the names that have been given.
All the motion, we receive the names that's been presented.
Thank you. Commissioner Simmons has given us the motion. Is there a second? We have a second from Commissioner Sanders. Any comments or questions concerning these names? Hearing none, we'll move into voting. All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, raise your left hand. These names that have been presented tonight have been unanimously received, and we congratulate every person that has been chosen for the boards. With that being said, I do want to comment each of the commissioners who are handed tonight a list of the boards, alongside that an annotation that tells a little bit about each one of the boards, so just in case an individual would like to serve on a board, and you see a commissioner who said, I don't have a name yet, you may want to approach them and let them know you're interested. For the Board of Zoning and Appeals, also known as BOZA, they meet every third Wednesday monthly, and they meet 8:45 here in this chamber, and that is the Board of Zoning and Appeals. This board is a 7-member board, and it is voted on by the City Commission. It's independent for reviewing and resolving zoning matters arising from administration and enforcement city zoning ordinances. The board's primary function is to hear and decide appeals and decisions made by the building official and to consider requests for zoning variances in cases of practical difficulty or unnecessary hardships. The other board that I'll bring before you is the Waycross Ware County Planning Commission. That board meets second Thursday monthly at 12 noon and is at our Ware County Code Office, 305 Oak Street. Again, that City County Planning Commission is a 9-member advisory body jointly appointed by the City Commission and the County Board of Commissioners, and it represents both the city and the county. The commission is organized to meet regularly. It elects its own chair, adopts procedural rules, and it maintains public records of its action, and it operates as a planning and policy review board. This commission's primary role is to review, evaluate, and make recommendations on comprehensive plans, zoning ordinances, and maps, and subdivision regulations for incorporated Waycross. The next board is the Waycross Ware County Land Bank. You heard of it just a few moments ago. It meets the last Wednesday monthly, and it's at 2 p.m. and it meets here in our city chamber. The Waycross Ware County Land Bank Authority, it governs a public entity. It's created to return tax delinquent, vacant, and underutilized properties to produce and be productive for the benefit of the community. And this is also to carry out the mission. The board sets policies and priorities, approves budgets and major transactions, and exercises a broad discretion over how properties are maintained, assembled, leased, sold, and redeveloped. Our next group is the Waycross Housing Authority. It meets third Thursdays monthly. And it meets at 10:30 a.m. in the Chairman Benny Reed Jr. Community Building, and that's at 1125 Tebow Street. Again, that's third Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. at the 1125 Tebow Street. The Board of Commissioners of the Housing Authority of the City of Waycross, it serves as the governing body responsible for setting policy and overseeing the operations of the authority, a public entity created to provide and manage safe, affordable housing. And this is appointed by me, the mayor. The board establishes organizational directions, it adopts resolutions, approves contracts, and ensures compliance with the state law while safeguarding the public purpose of the authority. And through regular and special meetings, the board exercises oversight over our housing projects, financial management, and administrative operations, while maintaining transparency through formal records and procedures. The Waycross Ware County Library Board of Trustees, this meets every fourth Thursday, and this is quarterly, 4 p.m. at the Okefenokee Regional Library, 401 Lee Avenue. The Waycross Ware County Public Library Board of Trustees serves as a local governing and advisory board for the library, operating in alignment with the Constitution, bylaws, and policies of the Okefenokee Regional Library System. In addition, the board provides oversight and stewardship to ensure compliance with governing documents, state open meetings requirements, and supports long-term planning and policy development, and serves as the board of directors for any Ware County Library Memorial Trust. Our last board is the Waycross Convention and Visitors Bureau Authority. And we call it tourism. It meets 4 Thursdays monthly at 10 a.m. here in the City Commission chambers. The Board of Directors of the Waycross Convention and Visitors Bureau serves as the governing body responsible for overseeing the authority's mission to promote tourism, trade, and conventions for the city of Waycross. It is established by the state law. The board sets policy, adopts, and amends its bylaws. And it provides strategic oversight for the tourism or the WCVBA's operations in accordance with the enabling legislation and ethical standards under Georgia law. Through regular and special meetings, the board directs the business of the WCBA, establishes committees as needed, and works in partnership with the executive director to prepare budgets, submit required financial and annual reports, and represent the authority to the city's commission and the broader community. And those are our boards, and those are the names of the persons we've chosen, and they have been duly elected, and we want to congratulate them again because they've had a little bit of information about their organization. At this point, I want to call the Pension Committee for Retirement Fund, and these again are recommended by me and confirmed by the board. The Mayor, Michelangelo James, City Manager, Ulysses D. Rayford, City Attorney, Cheslin Green, Finance Director, Greg Smith. The City Commissioner appointed to this position is Mr. Alvin Nelson, District 5. Human Resources Director is our Marissa Hendricks. With that, I'll entertain a motion for those names.
Offer the motion, we approve the names, Mr. Mayor.
There's a motion to approve the Pension Committee for Retirement Fund.
Yes.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second by our Commissioner Tompkins. Any questions or comments regarding the Pension Committee for Retirement Fund? Hearing none, we'll move into voting. All in favor, would you raise your right hand? And Mr. Alvin did not raise his hand because he is the person that is put on the board. At this time, do we have anyone that's against this pension retirement fund? Since we have none, at this time, we want to commend this committee. At this point, we move to our official reports and we look to our city's manager. Mr. Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Section.
Mr. Mayor, the vision and the mission remain the same. Mr. Mayor, the city priority pillars remain the same. Mr. Mayor, the zones of operation are as stated. Zone 1, Albany Avenue to Plant Avenue, Memorial Highway to Scrivens Avenue, Memorial Highway to Haynes Avenue, Albany Avenue to Glenmore Avenue. We are in Zone 4 today. Infrastructure update as displayed. We're in Zone 4 today, and it's mostly park repairs and service calls, engineering projects, ongoing projects with dirt and street improvements, to include the water leak that occurred last night, which is being repaired at this time. Mr. Mayor, street and dirt and roads pavements, pre-construction phase. As far as Brunel Street and Scrivens Avenue, dirt road paving is ongoing. It has begun. Bid process for Quarterman and Thomas Street this week. Water waste treatment plant phase 2. And again, for those citizens who might be watching for the first time, a complete list of the next 100 roads to be paved over are found on the city's website, and to include all the dirt roads to be paved over the next year. Can be found at the engineering section of our website. Mr. Mayor, collaboration projects remain the same. All of these are mostly in the design phase or development phase, to include raised mediums, hybrid beacons, and the overpass. Mr. Mayor, this is a new addition to the slides that we did yesterday. I did add additional input here, and I'll go over that briefly since this is a new slide. So again, the first numbers you see there, attorney cases, those are the cases we plan to take to court here in the next couple of weeks. Overgrowth 10, unsafe structures 7, blight 5. And these reflect this past month, the rest of the numbers. Code violations, it's 26, and this is miscellaneous. Code violations, unsafe structures 47. Code violations, blight 160. Code violations, overgrowth 302. Demolitions to date, 2023 to current, 84. The new addition that I added, I failed to add yesterday, but I added today, are animal shelter numbers. So far in the shelter, we have 69 animals housed. We did 35 adoptions for the month of December, and all these reflect the month of December numbers. We had 14 rescues. We had 5 reclaimed by their owners. We had 51 intakes. We had 14 running at large code violation. We had 2 abandoned code violation. We had 1 cruelty code violation. We had 2 aggressive code violations, and we had 1 nuisance code violations. Mr. Mayor, I'll pause there for any questions on the city update.
At this time, Commissioner, I open the floor for any comments or questions of our city manager. District 1,
No, sir.
District 2,
No, sir, not at this time.
District 3,
No, sir.
District 4,
No, sir.
and District 5.
No, sir.
Continue.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. As a reminder, stay connected with the city through our new system where you can receive texts, emails, and phone calls for all the updates. Mr. Mayor, I'm going to defer the rest of my time in my report for a brief introduction and update by the directors. Commission will get a full brief during the April retreat. This brief will be by each commission or each director, no more than 3 minutes. If you could save your questions till the end, and then we'll take all the questions at the end.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We're going to start with the bids director, Mr. Simmons.
Mayor, Commissioners, just a brief overview of Business Integration Information Systems Department. We are in charge of tourism, IT, social media, digital engagement. Some of the things we're working on right now, and I briefed the previous commission on the website. We're redoing our website, which will make it more in line with the local government, and also a lot of the online features that we've added, the online page, codes and things like that. It will flow better with that. And as we get closer to that process, I'll bring in a sample to look at. I'm also enrolled in the Certified Economic Development Program from the state, which will allow me to better collaborate as the city with our development authority partners and chamber to hopefully bring in more industry and businesses to the community. One of the IT things that we're working with, some of you know, we had TC3 for several years. We just changed the IT contract to ATC. So one of the things we're working on first is a lot of, you may know that Windows 10 is not being supported by Microsoft. We're looking at our computers that need to be upgraded or replaced. So we're trying to address that. And one of the things, just a little side note, that with the IT boom, it's increasing the price of computers. So we're planning to get a good inventory of that and bring. Tourism, I have a great board. Ms. Dixon is great. I know she's on the reappointment. She's a great board member. We're also looking at obtaining some grants with our grant writer to redo the old detectives building next door to make that into a true visitor center. So during the weekend, downtown events, Swamp Fest, we can open the visitor center in so we can display events that are coming up, art, local art, things like that. So we're working on that. And the last thing I'll mention is just continuing to increase our digital outreach. I know the city manager mentioned the alert. We currently have about 400 people signed up for the alert. I would love to have every resident yourself on our webpage email address enrolled in that system. We sent that out to all the water bills, and as those come back in, we've been getting them enrolled. And that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. I'll be brief. Patrick, kind of long-winded. I know Chief Cox really likes to hear so also. For the Community Improvement Department, we oversee, obviously, animal services, planning and zoning, code enforcement, inspections of new buildings and buildings being remodeled. We look at planning and zoning, the boards that were mentioned earlier, the Waycross Planning Commission, Waycross-Ware County Planning Commission is a board that we work closely with. And again, that's a board that looks primarily at rezoning properties or text amendments to the zoning ordinance. We have the Board of Zoning Appeals, which again, typically what they hear are variances for setbacks or sign enlargement, things of that nature that come from the zoning ordinance. And then we work closely with the Waycross-Ware County Land Bank that it started in 2017, and it's kind of a slow build, which is typically normal with land banks. It's kind of a slow start. We are currently building up our portfolio of land. We just recently, in the last 2 years, have bought 7 properties at tax sale. So when I say that, we bid on them. We're the only bidder on it, so we get that. And then with the agreement and the intergovernmental agreement, the city and the county waives the taxes on that. So we're basically getting that. The 12 months that we have to wait before we can touch that property is about up. So we'll be able to bring all those properties completely online and be able to turn around and sell those. Some of the things that we're looking at doing is providing low-cost employee training. Particularly, we've always had the building inspector. What I've done now is taken 2 of our code officers and have split the duties and have given them additional duties, so they're doing code enforcement and building inspections. With the building inspections, there's a place online now that does basically live online training. So it's not pre-recorded. They have to sit in the class. So it'll cut back on traveling, because if not, that would be either all the way to Columbia, South Carolina, or Orlando. So we're saving on travel for 4 or 5 days, for food, hotel, things of that nature. So we're saving there. And then bringing in some other people to help with code enforcement and animal control, looking for a lot of the animal control classes are free through Atlanta Police Department. We're looking at reviewing and updating our policies and best practices, and then seeking funding and technology solutions to help with workload. Patrick's helping us get moved over to the Surface Pro so that we can have that out in the fields. That'll help make it easier, so that if code officers or inspectors write up things or animal control officers, instead of it being written out, it'll be typed out so it can be seen, it can be sent to email, so it'll just make it more streamlined. We can actually click in the actual code sections, so it'll help with that, whether it's in the building code or zoning ordinance or the city code. So that'll help alleviate some things and just make it more technologically advanced out in the field for us. That's all I have.
Awesome, thank you.
Great.
Good evening.
Evening.
I really will be short. About our duties in the finance department, we oversee the accounting, payroll, purchasing, and utility billing. We manage investments and ensure that comply with the investment policy. Before I was here, we were getting practically zero interest income at the bank, and we changed that to get the market price on our funds, so that was a big increase there in revenue. We prepare financial reporting and audit documentation. We train and support professional finance staff. And then I've got 4 current priorities at the bottom of the screen, and they all fit together. It's hard to see, so I'll read them. The first one, deliver clear, useful financial reports across all departments. And for me, the key word is deliver useful reports. We've always got a clean audit, meaning that our books represented, you know, what was going on financially, but we were behind. And, you know, if we get an audit, you know, that's, 3-4 months after the year end, by then it's too late to make any changes, or, you know, we need timely financial statements. So that's where we're headed now, is to get useful monthly financial statements. And it's similar to what we do at the end of the year, except we'll do it monthly, so it's timely. And at the end of the year, when we do the audit, it shouldn't be that big a deal because we're doing everything monthly for the most part. There are some year-end adjustments we'll do. And the second bullet point goes right with that, what I sort of said, streamline and standardize monthly and year-end closing. So that goes with that. The third one is strengthen internal controls and audit readiness. And again, that goes with what we're trying to do. And the last one, invest in staff training and certificates. And that's great. There's all kind of good programs out there, formal education, but also there's a lot of in-house training we can do. I've learned how the staff we have here excels, and the way that works is I'll start a work paper, give it to them, and they can understand what's going on, and then they can take it and run. That's been the most successful way to train in
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners.
Good evening, sir.
The fire department currently operates out of 4 stations. We got 17 personnel on duty a day, 24-hour shifts, 48 hours off. So it's, for a career department, we have no volunteers. Last year we're still working on some of the numbers. We run around 1,700 calls. In my 35 years, that's the busiest we've ever been. Also, with those 1,700 calls throughout the department, 10,000 hours of training was accomplished. A lot of that was accomplished locally because we have the training center out toward the industrial park on Scapa Road. It allows us to do a lot of local training, and that includes state training. This year we was successfully able to get the fire academy to come to Waycross to teach classes, not only to our department, but beyond our department, and invite other neighboring departments in as well. One of the best accomplishments we had this year is we reached every first grader in Ware County with the fire prevention class. We also did Daffodil, that was roughly 400 or 500 kids in 2 days. One of the things we're lacking on, and one of my goals this year, after we get the elementary school, we kind of skip. We miss middle school kids and we miss high schoolers. One of the biggest things we're missing right now is our senior citizens. So this year I want to reach out to our senior citizens, fire prevention, and education. We also offer a free smoke detector program. Anybody calls our office, the guys go out, put you in a smoke detector, change your battery, and they do all kind of things while they're there. They sometimes clean dishes, they sometimes move stuff around, they do whatever needs to be done while we're there. We'll be glad to do it. So,
Great.
Thank you, Chief.
Rig yards.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I
Good evening.
represent the Human Department, and our department is comprised of, we have HR, Valencia Baker. In our department, we're responsible for a array of the most this past. This process starts with, but it also encompasses onboarding, compensation, and eventually offboarding. It's kind of small. Some of our goals for 2026: strengthening our package. Been watching the meetings little by little along the way. We've been doing this to add, not only attract employees, also throughout we've been updating the handbook and our procedures in line with our business practices and of course federal and state laws. We're also preparing this year for partnering with several agencies to plan and schedule training events. One of the most important that I've gotten feedback on is organization, along with Social Security. We'll educate new mid-career employees, those who are within 5, better prepare them. We're also having customer service training. Fun fact with the HR communication, last month we did sort of a pilot program for game day. We didn't think we'd get a lot of positive feedback, but we actually did. So we're going to implement that on.
Thank you. Thank you. Chief.
Good evening again. Just a little bit about me real quick. I graduated from Ware County High School in 1988. After that, went into the Marine Corps for 4 years.
Hoorah.
After that, with the city of Wake. One of the primary duties is overseeing police operations and departmental policy. The overwhelming majority of direction at the department comes from general orders. I had to put that in some sort of physical form. It's in a book that's about a foot thick. Your captains and your major also can issue section directives, which can tighten up things that are very, very particular to the units. Manage budget, staffing, and resource deployment, which is assisted by major captain per section. Forward officer readiness, wellness, and accountability through training and personnel section of the department, along with internal quality assurance controls. Ensure public safety partnerships with the community, not only through our community outreach programs with the public, but also partnerships with nonprofit organizations like the Advocacy Center, Justice. Also ensuring consistent policy implementation. Current priorities. Early, we'll be going up for our 11th national accreditation later this year. If everything goes well, but I'm always proud to say that 5% of all law enforcement agencies in the United States have national accreditation. One of them, and we're.
That's good.
Strengthen budget and resource oversight, which is carried out through audit of all purchases. Police department to make sure we are that money in a wise manner. Maintain efficient daily operations through supervision and support of departmental readiness. And last year we had approximately, not last year, those numbers aren't complete. For the year 2024, we had approximately 25,000 calls of service. Is that City of Waycross? We had approximately 75,000 professional contacts for the year 20.
That's good. Thank you, Chief.
Evening. As the Public Works Director, I landed here in Waycross about a year and a half ago. By chance here, and I've been the director almost a year next month. As the Public Works Director, Public Works is responsible for the maintenance and upkeep of all the public infrastructure, buildings, parks, cemeteries, streets, stormwater canals, management, 57 employees do that. And one of the things that I wanted to focus on when I got here was training. We didn't have a strong training program prior to that. And so I reached out to the GDOT runs what they call a local technical assistance program. They offer 20, 25 different categories of training, which is completely free. And they will come to us and we can host them. We hosted several last year. We did chainsaw safety, trenching and excavation, work zone safety, PPE, and we're going to do that again this coming year. Hard to do because obviously everybody wants free training. A lot of demand for that, so you have to act quick and try to get on a waiting list and do that. Posted some. We got the auditorium, a great place to do that. It's unlimited capacity. So we've had people from Valdosta come to our trainings. We've had people Coast, Glenn County, Brunswick. We've had people. Anna has traveled down to attend our training, so it's beneficial for us to do it here because we don't have to travel, and it's helpful for surrounding cities and towns. Chainsaw safety training class, we had 25 people there. Great to do because I think having well-trained staff, it increases productivity, it improves retention, it improves attracting new employees, and it decreases liability to have well-trained people doing that job. It keeps them safe, keeps the city being as efficient as possible with the resources that we have. That's a big thing that I want to focus on. Another thing I want to try to focus on in the coming year would be moving into the digital age more. Upgrading and improving the way that we track equipment maintenance, making that digital. Improve the way that we do our job as far as sweeping streets, waste management routes. If we digitize that as far as putting GPS units we can track, we can improve the routes, we can be more efficient. And that way, just improve the services to the citizens. And again, also keep costs as low as possible so that we can use that money wisely to fund more equipment or do something like that. We have to be more efficient with what we have currently. That's what I'm looking to do for 2026.
Very good. Good. Thank you.
It's in the water, wastewater tonight. ESG. I'm gonna get a detailed briefing from them Thursday. What's the future? Definitely one thing is improved the meter read accuracy and about accuracy mainly. When we first got here, we pretty much averaged about 10,000 dead meters. Down, I think we're down like let's say we're dead, but they're not reading. Long way from when I first got here. I hear about it. issue. Actually, it saved us a lot of money. It's finally started reading utilization. Fats, oils, and grease. Another issue that I've tried to speak about everything last year, not just for the. Nobody doesn't understand how self-inflicted we are with our water. So this year we're gonna make an effort, to really hit that home to the citizens because we can fix every water so infrastructure faster. All own the problem. I flushed the solves down. It's actually working in our restaurants. That's okay. We'll hear about that Thursday, about really digging into that. We'll be raising the fees and fines. So, what's a little bit of change? We're here with the that, Mr. Mayor, that completes the introduction of the staff. And again, you get a full briefing. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. Our team here, we've come a long way in the last couple years. Definitely, we got a complete. I think HR might have said it. Fully staffed.
She's agreeing with you. That's an affirmation.
Fully staffed. For those who know how staffing works, this just came out of summer months. 20% of the workforce every summer. So kudos to the team while keeping those employees. Mr. Mayor, that will complete the discussion. Again, if you have any questions about the staff, please reach out to me. But you will get a detailed brief about the staff, their priorities, and how their priorities align with my priorities, and how my commission. Pass the mic back to you.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. We wanted to move into a couple of reports for public service announcement, one of which happens to be that there is going to be a Martin Luther King banquet as well as a parade. The banquet is on the 16th. The parade is on the 19th. The banquet will be held, if I'm not mistaken, at the City Auditorium, and the parade will start on Martin Luther King Drive. They'll line up and then they'll come around through the area. On the 10th, LS3 has a praise program that will be held at our City Auditorium. And then there is a Black History program that is sponsored by our Mayor's Youth Council, and the Mayor Pro Tem is the sponsor of that, or the beginning thoughts of that, and that's Ms. Gomez. And so we're really excited about seeing these events take place in our community, and do want to encourage you to show up and support. Along with that, I want to make mention that we are looking at creating atmosphere where individuals can be mentored into different positions. So if you want to be a part of something, feel free to come in. And if you want to shadow someone, if you want to learn some ways of doing, feel free to come in. The doors, I know that the city manager has an open door policy. Now, of course, we do learn later on he's going to have to start managing by having someone else say, you can't have 1,000 people in your office. But reality is he works very hard and gets things done, and we really appreciate that. On the other side of that, I'm loving the idea of the Mayor's Youth Council, and I think at this point, if I'm not mistaken, Director, how many do we have? Is that 15, 16? 13. 13 young people, and I'm thinking that's really good. The young ladies are actually the boss ladies. They're in charge of the group. We have only about 3 men in the group and all ladies. So that's pretty good. And they're doing very well, very strong, very aggressive about their thoughts. Along with that, I have Mr. Grobesmith, who's going to be being mentored with me, and he's going to be walking around. You'll see him periodically with me in various places. So there's a good number of people who want to be trained. So follow and learn and grow and become. And with that, that's my announcements. I'm going to move forward and look at our city's clerk with our consent calendar. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chair, thank you. Approval of minutes, Waycross City Commission Planning and Information Session, Monday, December the 15th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Waycross City Commission meeting Tuesday, December the 16th, 2025 at 5 p.m. There are no ordinance second readings. Today, we have 2 privilege license renewals, Zales Cafe, A. Bostic, 320 Pendleton Street, Waycross, Georgia, 31501, beer, wine, and liquor consumption on premises. Woody's Top Pub, J. Woods, 538 Plant Avenue, Waycross, Georgia, 31501, beer and wine consumption on premises. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioner, you've heard the consent calendar read by our city's clerk. What is your pleasure?
Move for approval.
We have a motion for approval by our Commissioner Nelson. We have a second by our Commissioner Simmons. With that, we move into voting. All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, left hand. It was unanimous. Consent calendar passes, Madam Clerk.
We have 1 privilege license. Is She Kalish 11 Inc., R. Patel, 709 North Nickel Street, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Beer and wine package sales only. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioner, you've heard the resolutions read and the information given to us by our city's clerk. What is your pleasure? And that was a privilege license, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Privilege license for Shiv Kalish. Mhm. Is there a motion to receive this privilege license?
Motion to receive.
We have Commissioner Tompkins made a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a second from our Mayor Pro Tem. Any discussion concerning this privilege license? Hearing none, we move into voting. All in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. This privilege license is approved. Madam Clerk.
A resolution of the City of Waycross, Georgia to approve amendments to 2019 Waycross Employee Handbook to provide clarification on executive and contracted employees, to establish a credit card policy and for other purposes. By adopting this resolution, the City Commission will approve the amendments pertaining to executive and contracted employees and establish a credit card policy focused on usage and reporting, improving transparency and accountability throughout city government. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioner, you've heard the resolution read by our city's clerk. What is your pleasure?
Move for approval.
We have a motion for approval and a second. The motion was from our Commissioner Nelson. Our second was Commissioner Sanders. With that being said, any comments or questions concerning this resolution?
I have a question.
Commissioner Thomas.
Actually, a couple of questions. Is this consistent, this change consistent with our charter and state law? And what the GMA and other cities are doing?
It is, and I need to make a clarification. So I did ask the commission to delete on that part, but after talking to the city attorney, we did change the verbiage to say include, which made more sense to include the mayor and the city manager, who is a contracted position, to include us and all the policies and procedures that affect the rest of the staff. That's consistent with other cities moving forward, because previously then, the executive positions were exempt from other policies that the rest of the commission and the workforce had to adhere to.
Okay.
Any further questions? Did you have another question?
No.
Any other questions or comments? Okay. Hearing none, we'll move into voting. All in favor, raise your right hand. So approved. Madam Clerk.
A resolution of the City of Waycross, Georgia to reschedule the city work session due to the Martin Luther King Jr. National Holiday and for other purposes. By adopting this resolution, the City Commission will approve the city work session and the City Commission meeting to be held on the same day, Tuesday, January the 20th, 2026, in observance of the MLK National Holiday. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. With the resolution being read, do we have a motion?
I'm over the motion. We approve the resolution.
We have a motion from our Mayor Pro Tem. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Commissioner Tompkins. Any comments on this resolution? Hearing no comments on this resolution, we move into voting. All in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. This resolution passes. That should be all.
Yes, sir.
All right. So at this time, do we have an executive session tonight?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. I do want to ask all commissioners to remain just a few moments afterwards for a quick snap. So with that, I want to start off with District 1 with last call.
Yes, sir. Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank District 1 for re-electing me. I'd like to say thank you for the patience and their support. And also, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. I'd like to say thank you to all the department heads and the two officers that, I would like to say congratulations to the two officers that received the award tonight. And good night. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Commissioner. Our Mayor Pro Tem. I normally save you for last, but I'm going to let you talk tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Well, first of all, I give honor to Christ, who is my strength and my wisdom. I give honor to my wife, who's in the audience, for standing by me, being my support. And I would like to salute Officer Bledsoe and Detective Horn for being recognized as Employee of the Month, Employee of the Year, and noticing that both of these young people are a part of the police department. I salute Chief Cox because leadership leads and not tells. Congratulations, sir. And I would like to thank my fellow commissioners for allowing me to serve as Mayor Pro Tem. Also to the citizens of District 2, I thank you for electing me, having faith in me, trusting me to do the right thing. I'm here to be serious about business, here serious about the city of Waycross. And even though I'm elected in District 2, if you're in to live in the city of Waycross, you need me, just call. I'm there for everyone. I think that's everything I have, but just wish everyone a good evening.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. District 3, Commissioner Sanders.
Well, I'm gonna keep it simple. They was a little long-winded. I would like to thank District 3 for electing me. All the support that was given to me, I truly appreciate it. To the city employees, I'm here to actually serve you. In my role as a commissioner, I just like to thank all the citizens of Waycross and ask for your prayers and support as we travel down this endeavor. Have a good night.
Thank you. And Commissioner Tompkins.
Thank you.
District 4.
I kind of want to address the elephant in the room. The last few days, if you've been active on social media, you've seen that there's been a lot of racial profiling or racial comments made towards the city, towards commissioners, what have you. I want to make it clear to everybody, if we want to see the city grow, we want to see Waycross prosper, it's going to involve unity. We can't have division and lines. You know, I think of the little song, Jesus loves the little children, red, yellow, black, and white. They're precious in His sight. We don't need to see color. We need to see people. And that's one thing that I make a commitment and promise to everyone here, that I don't see color. I see a person. And I think that we need to get past it. It's 2026. We need to get past whatever divisions we have and just learn to work together. So I'll get to my soapbox now. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. And our Commissioner Nelson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I don't like going last because I'm always sounding redundant. But well said, Commissioner Tompkins. I agree wholeheartedly. Congratulations to Commissioner Roberts, Commissioner Simmons, Commissioner Sanders, and Commissioner Tompkins.
Amen.
Outstanding. We have a great group of gentlemen. I'm looking forward to great work from you guys. And congratulations to both officers. Job well done. Kudos to Chief Cox. And that's it, Mr. Mayor.
Very good. And thank you. To this commission, I'm grateful. This is my third new set of commissioners. I started off with one group, then within 2 years I had another group, and then another 2 years, another group. So this has been interesting. I've also had multiple city managers, multiple city attorneys, multiple various things. I'll just say that all around. But it's just good to have a full house tonight, and I do appreciate the staff working diligently to make certain that things happen well. Even the temperature in the room, the snacks in the back, all those things are very necessary. You say, what snacks?
We need snacks in the back.
There's no snacks back there. So, only a hint. But we really appreciate, we really appreciate the great work that has been done by our police officers that were honored today. And we want to thank Chief Cox again, but we also want to thank all department heads, because I do know that you spent some time after your normal day and you shared with us today. And thank you for the brief and the briefings. I do understand that each commissioner we have now, with the exception of 2, are new. And so that means we're going to consistently have to say things. So if you hear me reading things or sharing more information than may be normal, it's because we need to do that in order for growth and the educational portion of this. My thought is this, that when you educate, you elevate. And when you elevate, you eliminate. The elevation that comes is that you're lifted to a new space, but you eliminate any misgivings, as was stated by Commissioner Tompkins. We really must understand some of us are going to consistently have to be focused, never get sidetracked by what's being said on the sidelines. If you're in the game, you can't listen to who's in the stand. Your job is to work and get the job done, get that ball down the field. And so once we do that and we get the touchdown, we can celebrate like we do. So I would say to each of you who are here tonight, thank you so very much for being present. I look forward to a great year. Someone asked me, how do I think that this will be? I said, it is heartening, it makes me feel good, and it makes me feel hopeful. So between those 2 words, you can understand I'm grateful for each person. And to those who have been put in position for boards, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to use your name. And those who have not joined the board but would like to, you have commissioners who have open spaces and they'll gladly talk with you and entertain you. I like the words of our Mayor Pro Tem. He said something to the effect that I'm not just the district for District 2. I'm not the commissioner just for that. But if you need me, call me.
Amen.
Well, online and on our websites, all of our numbers are there. If you want to, please contact us, let us know. Now, I will say this to you. I am also working. So if I don't pick up right then, leave a message and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. And this may sound like one of those statements at the end of a voicemail, but it really is what I do. So if you would do that, please, and thank you. I appreciate it. With that being said, I look forward to a great year. Commission, please stay a little bit afterwards. And you may even want to fellowship with those persons who are here in the galley or in the chamber after it's over with, but we'll need to do something real quick, and then I'm going to release you, because I know that Ms. Simmons is ready for Commissioner Simmons to come on back downstairs. All right. With that being said, I entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved, Mr.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Well, all in favor, aye. Aye. Motion carries. This meeting is adjourned. God bless. Have a good night.